Hello, guys. My name is Salma. I am 17 years old. I have no brothers and I live with my parents. My story began one day after school when I was sitting with my friends in the schoolyard waiting for the driver to come and take me home. Since tomorrow is a holiday, what do you think about going to the cinema to watch a movie? I agree, of course, especially since a new movie will be shown tomorrow. Yes, it will be great. What about you, Salma? Are you coming with us? I don't know, but I will tell my parents first. Okay, I hope they agree or else. Then we started talking about random things until the driver came. I said goodbye to my friends and went to the car. I apologize a lot for being late. I won't repeat that again. It's okay. They are just a few minutes. Don't worry, because I told my parents that you were late. Thank you very much, and I won't do this again. Okay, the driver drove. After a few minutes, I arrived home. I went to my room, changed my clothes, and sat on the bed. Then my mother entered the room and said, "How are you, dear? When did you get back from school?" "Is that okay, Mom? I just got back a little while ago." "That's good. Let's eat." Lunch together. Okay, my mum and I left the room to finish the food. I found my dad sitting. I kissed his forehead and then sat next to him. "How was your school day, Salma?" "It was good, but we had a lot of homework. Since tomorrow is a holiday, that's okay. You will be able to finish it quickly. I hope so, as I wanted to talk to you about something." "What is it, dear? Do you really want something?" "Yes, Fatima and Farah, my friends are going to the cinema tomorrow. Can I go with them?" "You can't, because tomorrow your mother and I will travel to another city to finish some work, and I won't be reassured about you while you are outside. Please, Daddy, as you always travel, and leave me alone at home, and I'm bored. I want to go out with my friends. We travel because this is our work and we have to finish it. I really don't. Why is this work that you always travel for? I don't know anything about you." Enough talking about this matter, Salma. And as your father said, you can't go. Please, I'm bored of staying at home, and because of that, I don't have many close friends, Salma. The talk about this matter is over. Come on, go to your room. I got up sadly and went to my room. After a few minutes, I heard my phone ring, and it was Fatima. "Hello, Salma, did you tell your parents?" "Yes, but my parents will travel tomorrow, and I won't be able to come." "This is very sad. I wished that come with us. We will have a lot of fun together, and so will I. But it's okay next time, God willing." I said goodbye to Fatima and closed the phone and remained sitting in my room sadly. After a few hours, I left my room to the kitchen to go up, and when I was close to my parents' room, I heard my mother say to my father, "I am very sad for Salma. I wish she would go down with her friends and have a good time with them and me too. But you know that this would be dangerous for her, and we do not want to expose our only daughter to this danger." "Yes, indeed. So do not think about it too much and prepare well for tomorrow." "Okay, my dear. I hope that the matter ends peacefully." I felt someone approaching the door of the room, so I quickly got up and returned to my room, and I was thinking about their conversation. What danger are they talking about? I kept thinking until I went to sleep the next day. My mother prepared the facts, and when it was time to travel, she said to me, "Take care of yourself, my dear. I will always call to check on you." "Do not worry, Mum, and take care of yourselves too." I came to me and hugged my parents, and they left. The days passed, and I was sitting at home the whole time as my parents always called me, and at the end of the week my parents returned from travelling. "I missed you a lot, my daughter, even though we always travel and leave you here alone, except we always miss you, yes, and I hope you are not sad about what happened before we travelled. Also, look, we brought you many wonderful gifts. I hope you like them. Thank you both, but I do not want these gifts. I just want to spend some time more with you and my friends. You know that our work is very exhausting and that I do not know anything about you or the nature of your work. Even if your work is exhausting, I am also your daughter. Please do not be sad. My daughter, I promise you that everything will be okay. Soon, I hope so. Okay, I will go to prepare dinner or mat for her." And my mother went while I headed to my room to finish some homework. And after a few minutes, I heard my mother say, "Come on, Salma. I have finished preparing dinner." "Okay, Mum, I am coming." I left my room and we had dinner. Then I went back to her again to finish my homework. And when I finished, I decided to sit with my parents for a while. I finished my homework quickly so I can go out with my friends yesterday. I told my father and he agreed. "This is good. Your father and I will go shopping now and we will not be late." "Okay." She nodded to me and I went and sat down to finish my never-ending homework. And after a few minutes, my computer battery ran out. Oh my God, what do I do now? I have to finish this homework as soon as possible so I can go out with my friends. In the evening, I decided to finish my homework on my father's computer. He gets angry when I go near his computer, but he's not here now. I finished the homework before he comes and he won't do anything. So I went to my father's room and turned on the computer. Suddenly, the door to the room opened forcefully and I found my father looking. I was very angry. "What are you doing here, Salma?" "I apologize, Dad, but my computer battery died and I wanted to finish my homework." "Didn't I tell you more than once not to come near my computer?" "Yes, but there is none." "But come on, go to your room. And as punishment, you will not go with your friends today." "I apologize, Dad, please don't do this." "The conversation is over, come on, go to your room." I went to my room quickly, sadly, and started crying until I fell asleep. And one day, while I was sitting having lunch with my parents, Dad said your mother and I will travel tomorrow to finish some work. Okay, the next day, when they were about to leave, I prepared a lot of food for you, and I put it in the fridge. I nodded to her and Dad said, "Take good care of yourself and we will always call you, okay? You too, I will miss you, and us too." "My dear," I hugged my parents and they hummed. Then they left. Days passed, I used to go to school, and when I came back I used to eat, and my mother used to always call to check on me, and one day something happened that turned my life upside down. I woke up on a holiday to the sound of a knock on the door. The house, and when I opened the door, I found two policemen. "Hello, are you Salma? Yes, is there something wrong? Can we talk to you a little bit?" "Sure." And when they sat down, the policeman said, "I am sorry to tell you this, but your parents were in an accident and died." "What? Of course not. This is not true. I know it is very difficult for you, but this is what happened. Are they in the hospital now? I want to see them. Please, you will not be able to see them because we have not found their bodies yet. How is this happening? I feel like I am in a panic. Please tell me this is not real." I started crying hard, and the policeman tried to calm me down. "You have to stay in the orphanage. Why can I stay at home alone if I go to the orphanage? No one will adopt me. They adopt young children. You will not be able to take care of yourself. You will be safer in the orphanage, even if no one adopts him, or he dies sadly." He continued saying, "Come on, take your important things. Let's go now." Okay, and indeed, I took my important things and went with the policeman to the orphanage. And when we arrived there, I met a lady. She smiled at me and said, "Hello, dear, my name is Magda. The director of the orphanage, come see your room. Welcome." Okay, and indeed we entered a room. There were three girls. "This is Salma, your new friend in the room." "Hello, Salma. I am Sarah. Welcome." Mrs. Magda went and sat on my bed and started talking to the girls. And they were very nice, but I was always thinking about my parents and feeling very sad. I woke up the next day to Sarah's voice saying, "Come on, wake up, let's have breakfast." "I don't want to leave me for a while. I won't leave you until—" "You wake up, okay, here you are." I woke up. I got out of bed and we headed together to the kitchen to have breakfast. While we were having breakfast, Sarah said, "Tell me more about yourself. Where did you live and where are your parents?" "My parents died last night. The policeman brought me here. I apologize for that." "It's okay. What about you?" "I don't know anything except that my name is Sarah. Mrs. Magda told me that she found me in front of the orphanage. I don't know who my parents are. Oh my God, this is very sad. Yes, sometimes I think about why my parents did that and where they are." "Oh, Tora, don't be sad. Maybe something happened. No one knows." Maybe the days passed and I had many friends at the orphanage. We were spending a wonderful time together. One day, while I was having lunch with my friends, Mrs. Magda came and said, Come to my office, Salma, after you finish lunch. Well, Mrs. Magda went and finished eating lunch, then went to her office. When I entered, she said to me, "Sit down, Salma." I sat down and continued, "I have wonderful news for you." "What is it? Is there a family? You want to adopt him, and they are coming to take you now. Really, yes. Now come on, go and get your things, okay? Thank you. Out to me." And went to the room. Then Sarah said, "What did Mrs. Magda want? You will not believe me. Sarah, she told me that there is a family that wants to adopt me, and they are coming now for me. Oh my God, this is amazing. Yes, I never expected that someone would adopt me like this." "To see your room, let's go to one of the rooms. It was wonderful and big. This is your room. And if you want anything, tell me immediately. I will leave you now to rest a little." Okay, I went out of the room and changed my clothes. Then I sat on the bed happily. The next day, while we were eating lunch, Mr. Mustafa said, "You have submitted your papers to a new school, and tomorrow you will go to it. This is wonderful, yes, and I hope you will be happy with us." Of course, I am very happy. He smiled at me, and we continued eating lunch. The next day I woke up early, changed my clothes and went out of the room. "Good morning, dear. Let's eat breakfast so you don't be late for your first day at school. Good morning." Okay, I sat and had breakfast, then I went out of the house, I found the driver waiting for me outside. I got in the car and went to the school, which was not far. And when I entered it, it was wonderful, and everyone in it was rich. And while I was in the class, I tried to talk to one of the girls and said, "Hello, I am Salma. What about you?" "Hello, I am Elle. I was pleased to meet you, and me too." And suddenly a boy approached me and said, You are the new student here at school, so why did you come? You don't belong here, and we don't want you at school." "Shahad, talk to her in a proper way. She didn't do anything to you. This is none of your business, Layla. I also advise you to stay away from this girl. It's better." She left and I said, "What's wrong with her? I didn't do anything. Don't be sad. She's like this. She likes to bother others." I nodded to her and Layla started talking to me, and we exchanged phone numbers. Days passed and Layla became my close friend. And one day, Layla and I were sitting in the schoolyard talking. A boy approached us and said, "Welcome to school." "Thank you." He smiled at me and left. "This is Omar, the handsome boy in school. All the girls are trying to talk to him. I noticed this, but he seems nice, I don't know, but I feel he's a bit suspicious, how?" And before she spoke, break time ended. So we went to class and the teacher came in and started explaining the lesson. One day when I went to school, I didn't find Layla, so I knew she wouldn't come today. And while I was walking in the yard carrying food, I didn't see Shad putting her foot in front of me. And I fell, everyone laughed, and I felt very shy and wanted to cry. "Stop and leave her alone, or I will tell the school principal." Shad looked at him angrily and walked away. "Are you okay?" "Yes, thank you. My name is Omar, and I apologize to you for what happened. It's okay. It's not because of you." Okay. I went to the class, and when the school day ended, I left the school and did not find the driver. I kept waiting for a few minutes until I heard Omar's voice saying, "Are you waiting for someone?" "The driver hasn't come yet. Is your house far from here?" "No, but—" "The driver comes every day to take me home, and I don't know why he's late today. So what are you going to do?" "I'm going back home, Saran. Where is your house from this direction, and me too?" "Let's go." Omar and I walked silently until I interrupted him and said, "Thank you very much for what you did with me. No need to thank me. I have to put an end to Shad and her stupid actions. I don't know why she's doing this to me. Don't be sad. She's always like this." Or he died and I stopped walking and said, "This is my house. Thank you. I knew your parents were rich, but this is the house of the richest man in the city." "Yes," I said goodbye to him and entered the house. They apologized, my daughter, but the driver had an accident, and now he's tired, so he didn't come. "Oh my God, is he okay?" "Yes, thank God, but he will stay in the hospital for 2 weeks. I will tell your father to find you another better driver." "It's okay, Mum. The school is not far, and I prefer to walk more, okay, my daughter, as you wish." After a week, I was returning home, and suddenly a black car stopped in front of me. Then the car door opened, and a man wearing a mask got out and quickly put me inside, and the car took off. "What do you want? Leave me." After a few minutes, the car stopped, and that man took me out. Then he put me in a room and tied my feet. "What do you want?" Leave me, please. I didn't do anything. Stop talking as soon as your parents pay the money. We will leave him. He finished his talk and left the room. Every day he enters the room to put food for me and leaves. One day he opened the door of the room, and when I looked I was shocked when I found it. Omar, Omar, what are you doing here? And how did you know that I am here? I know that you are here because I am the one who kidnapped you. Why did you do this? Because I love money a lot, and you are the son of the richest man in the city. There was no solution but this. He finished his talk and left the room. I started crying and I could not believe this. The next day I found the door of the room open and a man and a woman wearing masks entered. They approached me and the man untied me and said, "Come on, hurry up, let's get out of here." I felt that I had heard this voice before, but I went with them. We left the house and got in the car. The man was driving. As for the woman, she was sitting next to me. And when we moved away a little, she said, "My dear, we missed you a lot." Then she took off the mask and I was surprised when I found her, my mother, my mother. Yes, my dear, I am your mother. How is that? The officer told me that you died in the accident. I apologize, my daughter. We should have done this to protect you. I do not understand something. We will tell you the truth. Your father and I are investigators. We have been monitoring Omar and his father for several months. We had to fake our deaths and hide in order to be able to arrest him. Also, Mr. Mustafa is your father's friend, and we agreed with him that when you go to the orphanage, he and his wife will go and take you. We succeeded in doing so, and we arrested him.